everybody and welcome back. My name's Zenji and today we're playing Frostpunk 2. So this is a new release and yeah, quite excited to jump in and get started. But yeah, I had to start a bit late as this is the public release, not the pre-release. But yeah, we're going to start off with a story mode. Okay, so this is just saying it's challenging and which planning ahead is crucial and failure is a natural part of the experience. Great. If you're a veteran of the original Frostpunk or enjoy a challenge, you must try your luck with the officer or higher difficulty level. Okay, and they're just saying we should start on the citizen level. Remember, it's not about how many times we fall, it's about how many times we get back up. Yeah. Okay, looks like we have a variety of story modes, story progression, I guess. Okay, so this is the Legacy of New London. Okay, so the prologue with the Wanderers. In 1887, the world froze to death. Civilization crumbled. The falling British Empire built generators to support cities of evacuated people, cities that would become the last on Earth. Whether huddled by a generator or out in the open frostland, those that survived were shaped by the ordeal. 30 years later, all became very different people. And yeah, so the difficulty preset is currently on Citizen, and we can choose between Citizen, Officer, Steward, and Captain. Okay, so preset, economy, people make this with real space, food and goods. I think we go with Officer for now, and then when we hit we get the game mechanics, we'll start shifting it upwards to Steward and Captain. But yeah, let's start the Legacy of the New London. New London.
Steward. Captain.
Can you hear us? Captain!
Do you hear us?
A generation ago, we fled the crumbling British Empire as the world froze around us. I held New London together. United, we survived 30 years of violence. But the world around us is dead. Empty.
Ripe for taking. The city falls.
Vestas.
Merely surviving is not enough. We have to expand. After all, it's us who survived the end of the world. It's us who survived.
Yes. Now.
Okay, the Wanderers, Prologue. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another whiteout is coming, and again we've reached the old machine. Again we will rely on its furnace to provide heat through the storm. In the past we always made sure there was enough supplies for the next whiteout. But our numbers have grown through the years, providing everyone is getting harder and harder. We must survive. Hey everybody. Yeah, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to stay up to date with our adventure. Thanks for joining. Alright, fight the cold. The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow. The scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break the ice, reach one of the oil wagons, and construct an extraction district to use it. Then we can turn on the dreadnought's furnace to heat us. Okay, so that means extraction districts. Break the ice. Frost break. Okay, let's frost break the area. Okay, so top left you can see the day/week. So the way this works is that it's more week focused than day focused. And our population is massive. I mean 3,000 and a workforce of 1,600 plus. We have scraps, prefabs. This is our heat index, I believe. And then oil, housing, food, materials. We got our temperature gauge over here, and then the upcoming temperature drop. And yeah. Seems like we have our frost breakers here. I wonder if I can zoom in a bit more. Okay, we've got that up and broken now, I guess. Okay, now we're going to build an extraction district. We'll build it right over there. And then build a housing district. Any other generator? Okay, we've done that. Communities, 3,000 members. We've been roaming the cold, harsh world for many years. May the black path lead us. May we tread on the promised land. Yeah, so there's interactions you can do. So there's a special, favors, and trust. So I believe you can like give them things or you can ask your people for scraps, I guess. Or tighten belts. The wanderers will ration their food to save more. The whiteout potentially going hungry, so there's more for later. Yeah, that's oh shit, look at this thing. That is cool, man. You can see like the curvature. Holy shit. Yeah, this game is so different to original. In a good way. But we shall see. It's still early days. I'll figure everything out. Okay, so the B for build. We're gonna go back to the food district. Let's see if we can perhaps. We can only build in certain zones. So how do we get? Do we break more ground? Wait, there we go. Yeah, I think it's best to multitask. Alright, the dreadnought furnace is running. So, okay. Oil. As the thick black liquid oozes from the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of the old machine is a testament to the hardship that made us, but more importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It has allowed us to weather many whiteouts and will do so again. We have oil, we can turn on the furnace. Okay, so we can select the Dreadnought's rec to access the furnace control. Once turned on, the Dreadnought's furnace will automatically convert oil to heat. I see. Okay, so we're gonna click this guy here. Demand supply surplus. Don't like that sound. Okay, output is 60. Okay, never mind. Provide basic infrastructure. The furnace is on. We need enough oil to cover current needs. The cold will affect our people until they have proper shelter. I'm ahead of you there, don't stress. Okay, clicking back on this. Output is 60 heat. Provides warmth the city. Provides the warmth the city and its people need to operate. Increases cold when lacking. Lower temperature increases heat demand. Okay. Makes sense. Fuel mix is shows what fuels are currently being used in the generator and how much heat they provide. The generator uses as much available fuel as it's needed to fulfill heat demand in the city. I think that's 30 oil, 60 heat, so that's like a 2-to-1 ratio. 1-to-2 ratio, whatever. And then there's overdrive. We know this one very well. What does that look like? Yeah, brings back good and bad memories. Okay, we have one housing district. Let's try and build a second one. Like there's another heat zone over here, so need our frostbreaker, which is X on the keyboard. And I'm going to just break all these up. Alright. But while we have all that done, we can build our food district. But lots of building going on at once. It feels very macro-ish, like lots of moving parts of a civilization. Like there's a ocean / lake, probably some fishing. Yeah, look, there's something there. You could like break into the ice. Interesting. Okay, while they're working hard, what is next? So we have our 3 districts. We're most likely going to be expanding to the construction wagon. Get the prefabs. But before we do that, let's focus on getting a second housing district, which is here. I'll have to do more than that. Can I not just do 3? Near housing district, near generator, near housing. That's strange. You have to. You have to build X amount. There's no min-max. Okay, so there's hunger miner, hunger meter probably, health meter, cold, severe, and then squalor. Squalor gradually increases disease and reduces population growth. It also gradually damages districts, ultimately causing them to stop working until they are repaired. Squalor rises when there is not enough materials to satisfy demand for maintenance of the city. Okay. Okay, so our next objective here on the left is frostbreak to a construction wagon and build an extraction district to prefabs. Okay, which is right over here. So we do have that available. We can actually Hold that. Oh no. Hmm. Yeah, it seems quite interesting. Not sure what to think of it just yet, but it looks very good. Looks very polished. Quite like this Art Nouveau sort of, you know, lines. Very, very stylish. Okay, so how the camp, how long camp close together. So they're just putting up dialogue. How far we can go out. Okay, so this is the food district and requires 200 workforce. And remaining is 16, 17k, 53 weeks. Total output is 45. And okay, that's 0 to... Okay, so gain access to food. We have established some heat and shelter for our people. We must now turn our attention to the incoming white tower. First, we must crossbreak the small patches of fertile soil suitable for growing food. Then we must store it in easily accessible depots. We must move quickly and so no one starves. Okay, prepare for the whiteout. We secure our immediate survival. Now we have to stockpile as much food as we can before the whiteout forces us to take shelter. Due to that, we need to produce more food than our demand, of course. Well, that's interesting. A cool effect. Okay. Spinel Kill, 42, gardener, pouring sand in his hands. Okay, we've been here so many times. Soil is depleting. A couple more, and there will be no point erecting the hothouses. There will be nothing to grow food on. The yield is so low, either we pull emergency shift or tighten our belts, otherwise there might not be enough for everyone. Okay, so some hard decisions lie ahead. We might not be able to fill food stockpiles without exceptional measures. Oh, so they're going to be forcing us to make choices. Okay, while they're acting up over here, what the options? Demolish, deactivate, emergency shifts. Yeah, let's try. Remember, we had to research that at one point, but now it's just available. Okay, they're on emergency shift. Of course, that causes sick and injured. My brain. Okay, stockpiling. Some resources like materials, food, and different types of fuels can be stockpiled. Okay, so that is showcasing food. Okay, stockpiles can be consumed when demand is higher. Stockpiling is limited to your storage capacity. There's stockpiling hubs. I'm just giving a quick synopsis here. It's increasing stockpile capacity. Stockpile hubs provide positive area effects. That's good. Okay, so you have like a district and then you build like maybe a stockpile and then a district around it. It's sort of a buff for the area. And an accumulated stockpile is not lost after deactivating or destroying a stockpile hub. You're just losing the ability to stockpile more than your current storage capacity. Okay, so it's like a cache, just a cache. And there's so much to go over. Don't worry, we're gonna figure it out. Okay, so there's the general, there's the city situation, city problems, economy, districts and buildings, generator, and society. Yeah, I hope you guys have got your notebooks out because this is interesting, and probably a little complicated. Okay, so now we need to instruct the wanderers to tighten their belts, meaning favors, trust, and special, which is this one. Okay, so by doing this, the wanderers will ration their food to save more for the whiteout, intentionally going hungry so there's more food for later. Okay. Rations restricted, or we can read that in time. People are not happy. I really like these call-outs, these animated call-outs. And then, yeah, so now we need to stockpile enough food to survive the whiteout, which is happening in 66 weeks. Okay, that's a year and 4 months, 3 months, whatever. This is extraction district. Requires 150 workforce. That's the amount of prefabs available in there. 21 weeks worth. Well, yeah, let's just break ice. I mean, so when we break ice, 3 icebreakers. Food stockpile hub. Hold one there. There. What else we have? Just another extraction. Okay, there's 3, 4 of them here. One just glitched out. What does that look like? Okay, so when you select the Frostbreak area, it actually pauses time. You would think it would be centralized, but it doesn't show you where it's paused. Oh, I'm just very new to this. Oh, there it is. Top left. Okay, so you can get like an idea. I know there's like survival mode where there's no pause, so maybe this is an option where you just hold in your Frostbreak selection, and then you can like take a breather, think about what you need to do, what pathways you need to follow. Seems like we need to extend down this way, which we have here, and then drift up to the second fertile soil location. Another maintenance wagon, more fertile soil, maintenance, and oil over here, construction. Okay, so we don't want to get too bogged down into this area just yet. It doesn't go anywhere. We want to continue that way. Okay. It really is an interesting concept to be able to like expand it beyond a big circle on the ground, how it was in the last game. We're actually moving along landscapes because, you know, it's more natural that way. And this is against the elements. Voila. Oof. Each day the wind grows fiercer. Relentlessly it beats against our buildings, weakening our structures gust by gust. Without raw materials to repair the damage, our districts will deteriorate. And yeah, so the more we build, the more materials we'll need. Will we know? Provide more materials to reduce squalor before it harms our people. Okay, well, these are familiar. So these are the promised things we used to do in Frostpunk 1. Of course, we will might provide that, which we're doing now, I think. What do they need? Favors. Take scraps. No, we want to. I mean, we can give them some scraps, right? Built an extraction district on a maintenance wagon. Extract enough materials to satisfy your district's demand. Maintenance. That's the maintenance. Great, so we gotta push forward there. Seems a bit easy to maneuver around the map. You would think it would be harder. But yeah, we gotta utilize our workforce. I know we did start off with, I think, over 1600. And yeah, so now it shows you what's available. But when you hover over it, you can actually see okay. Quite interesting. So that's what we're making per week in scrap. And prefabs is 20 plus a week. And why can't I? Oh, this is already opened up. Maybe we're gonna do this. We need 3. Okay, and then we're gonna break some more ice. We're gonna go this way. I'm wondering if there's a zoom function. Check it out quick. Council, Arsland, buildings, hubs, districts, tutorials. Frostpunk Council. Yeah. Want CV. Okay, these are our hubs. That's a heat map, maybe? No, wait, it's color coded towards different district types. So housing is teal, extraction is like yellowish, and then food is green. Not too shabby. Right. You need more. Quite frustrating, you can't select individual squares. Ray Callahorn, seamstress. Okay, my knees ache. My fingers are so stiff. Can't hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob play by the evening. But maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren stay. I mean, that's a bit intense right off the bat, lady. Let's just hold off. See what we can do here. We've got our second food district being built here, don't stress. Aiden Quickham. Okay, so he's an elder. Seals, I can't believe my eyes. We haven't seen them since before the Great Frost. How did they survive? There's enough meat there to feed everybody. We're saved. We slay them if the Lord spared them from the end of the world too. I mean, it's the eat or be eaten, eh? Good. We are now gathering enough materials to maintain our districts. Time to focus on stockpiling food for the whiteout. Relations improve, causing trust to run. Let's focus on the food. Yep, I agree. Let's do that. These guys are on an emergency shift like 24/7. What does that mean? Sure, we will figure this out. Okay, got that one. Another food district here, so let's be more prefab. Which we're running out of. Okay, we got one maintenance wagon here. About 140 weeks worth, so we don't need to touch that second one for now. We can just leave that over there. We do, however, have that's maintenance, food, oil, prefabs. That's what we need. About that. Mysterious symbol. Captain's legacy. One of our frost-breaking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon, and he bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has religious significance. Maybe you have heard of this New London before and can settle their fate. I see. So this is the faith order path we took in the last playthrough. I think order is always good, especially when things are a bit chaotic. New London is a city of discipline that follows strong leadership and where militant squads keep the peace. Will create continuity in which New London has embraced order to survive. Then of course there is the faith option. So New London is a city of devotion that established a new religion and follows the guidance of zealous clergy. This will create a continuity in which New London has embraced faith to survive. Order is important. We're going to go with that option. Okay, looks like we have some more frost-breaking tiles available. We're going to make our way to the seal colony. Does look like we should have enough to be able to build that as soon as that's done. And then once this is finished up, this prefab, we're gonna head up here and secure this. Alright, we're gonna speed time up a bit. Nobody got time for that. Okay. Guess we're just gonna do that. Okay, so we have 45 weeks, but it's going to take 93 to fill the stockpiles. Because we have 2. Each stockpile. Okay. Cool. Colder season. Here it comes. Heat demand is increased. Still trying to figure out red milk demand rec 30, extraction district 90. Output is 240. So demand is 290, output is 240. So how do we increase it by greater? Fuel mix. Is there no way to add more? Got a nice little key legend there they've got. Plus we can put things into overdrive, which doesn't help us long term. Okay. Food district. That. Cross breaking. And we're gonna go up the way. And let's see if we have another. Need 140 prefabs. Alright, currently the temperature is negative 30 degrees Celsius. With an incoming whiteout, extreme low visibility, hurricane winds, full force of the frost layer. Okay, temperature will drop by 60 degrees. Holy moly. Okay, so we need to do all our exploration now before this hits. Okay, so this district has been deactivated. Can we salvage it? Demolish. Let's do that. Which means we can then build action district here. We still need more materials. Lack of prefabs. No resources for further construction. We don't have enough prefabricated components, making further construction impossible. I'm saying prefab. Okay, we're busy with that. Okay, so you basically use a lot of prefabs for building scraps, workforce, and this is people. Wish I could zoom in a little more. I don't know why I cannot. Gotta be a way to zoom in some more. Console appearance. Ooh, experimental. Yes. Well, hello there, dark mode enabled. Oh, this is what we're talking about. I think there should be an option on, yeah. It's got some web elements there that you can see. Which is fine. Probably will be patched out in the future. Yeah, I feel like that could be fixed quite easily. Instead of having a an image ID of materials and steel, you could just have that. But perhaps they just need to create a alternative icon option. That's probably on the last, at the bottom of their list. Yeah, it looks like we're almost out of food in our first food district. We're gonna preempt that and build our second one. Okay, there we go. The whiteout draws near. A sacrifice. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. Our hunters propose to slaughter the remaining seals, including pups and females. This will allow us to gather much more food, but will wipe out what could be the last colony of these creatures. However, many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be burdened on our resources. The sacrifice would significantly reduce the rations we need for whiteout. What should we do? Yeah, we're not going to resort to these extremes just yet. I feel like we can make it. We just got to push and get these food districts up. Seven more. I guess prefabs. Does it take so long? Shit, deadly cold. Yeah, that sucks. Feel bad. Yep, we've got a food district going up there. As soon as this workforce is finished here and they've exhausted these resources, we're gonna build our second or fourth food district, but third active. Okay, people are freezing. Incoming cold crisis. We're not gonna read all that. Extracting enough oil will allow us to produce heat, while building enough housing will protect the people from the cold. We will require both to keep people alive, provide heat and shelter. Okay, I think we've got enough shelter, right? Yeah, I think we do. Optional, enough housing districts to meet shelter demand. Tell you what, it is difficult to understand what to look at. Into the black, burying the dead. We mourn those who have recently passed. Okay, so what? People are dying. The fuel that we keep us warm. Okay, reduce cold to minor cold. Okay, so cold is a measure of how well your city is heated and how protected your people are from frost. Make sure that shelter and heat needs are fulfilled. Yeah, well, it's not as simple as just I don't know, turning on a switch. Deactivate district, demolish district. What does this do? That's the volume of resources you need, not necessarily supply of it. Food district. If I increase this a little bit, will that give me enough work for? Okay, we're going to demolish that. Build an extraction depot here. Yeah, so 26 weeks. Our stockpiles will be ready in 24, which is good news for us. We're just gonna make it. However, heat is the problem. Maintenance. Yeah, we need that next. So that is here. As soon as that's done, we're gonna be building a maintenance wagon. I think we just ride out the storm. Big enough housing districts to meet shelter demand. We have lost 30 people, but okay. Bit finicky, but when I click on this in time, there should be a pop-up UI there. I mean, if you look at it, there's a lot going on the screen, and if you weren't inclined with city builders, this would mean too much. The brain would overload, but thank goodness we know a little bit about this sort of thing. Okay, so this seems to be a trust meter. I think the lower or more condensed it is, the worse it is. So the fact that it's wider, it's good. Alright. We can build another housing district. First, we need to crack the mash. It was warm. Good work. Our people are now less cold and continue to focus on providing food for the White House. I'd like to. There's a limit. I see. I like the fact that they've actually worked that out for us. Calculated the weeks. Free resources. It's too much otherwise. Okay. We're looking to build. We build housing district. Well, we can't build a housing district because we can't break the ice. We can't break the ice because we need people to work the machines. So, look. Don't have enough workers because I have too many buildings. I mean, that's not even built. It still has like 2 years on it. A year. Oil. Order emergency shifts. I've done this, but let's do it again. Ding ding ding. Oh, okay, this thing has disappeared. That extra housing command. Okay, yeah, things are looking good. It's odd. I'm not used to things going my way. Alright, so this is our food supply. I don't understand these gauges like that. That one says 47 on the left. That mean demand? Okay, maybe the color UI is all screwed up. I hope they fix it because I like the dark mode. So that makes a bit more sense. Demand is 47, supply is 123, output is 170. Only stockpiling 123 a day. And then we have materials. Demand is 160. Extraction districts, free district. That's what they use. Our output is only 150. Meaning we need to take up that. Cannot do just yet because we need 150 workforce. So when you guys are done with this, it's really tough because someone has to stop working. 80 weeks, 62 weeks. And can I stop the emergency shoots? Nope. I'm gonna keep it on. If I shift that, okay, so there's the workforce, and this is prefabs. Now that's going to be done in 3 weeks. Two weeks, and then we can build our extraction district on this materials wagon. See what I mean about the UI? It's all dark. So as soon as they fix that resource icons or icons across multiple interactions like that, then we'll get the dark mode up and running. Okay, I'm slowly understanding how this works. Yeah, 11 weeks left. Our last week here. E-time up. Okay, dismantle this building. Or this extraction depot. And that should free up some space. Okay. Okay, so there's whiteouts, which you need to stockpile food for. Housing districts, heat zone around that, stockpiling goods, or stockpile hubs, food. Then there's extraction districts for oil, which provides heat to your right. We'll turn that off for now, just so that we can use that in 9 weeks. Hopefully that reduces to 52. And then you get, going back to, then you get the maintenance, which is like repairing your buildings, and then prefabs, which is for building material. Feels a bit confusing, but alright. Well, these are looking good. Food supply will be just about ready for us as the whiteout hits in 7 weeks. Okay, so because we have this extraction district for our maintenance goods, it's now decreased our heat output by 5. I'm just wondering how heat is transferred between different zones. Like, there's your heat district, but now we've got these hubs. Quite interesting. I think it's going to get really crazy really fast, like having multiple zones and probably like in sections. So this would be like one part of the map and you would have multiple parts. But yeah, the whiteout is hitting in 1 month. We're going to put emergency shifts on these just so that we can use these resources quick. That way, when this is done, it's going to provide more heat, which means we can utilize the overcapacitor, or whatever you call that thing. What is it called? Overdrive. Okay, food is secured. We did it. We secured enough food to survive the incoming whiteout. Our workers will make some last minute preparations before the storm arrives. We should try keep our people warm for this time. We will survive. Hell yeah. Okay, food stockpiles are full. Okay, so that's like your goals to make sure, yeah, we're secure with food. And then now we got to secure our heat and etc, etc. Let's deactivate this building. That didn't work. How long does a whiteout last? Couple few weeks. Is it time to build a quick housing district? I'm not even gonna bother. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Okay, so the whiteout is here. Can't see anything. Yeah, it was a bit anticlimactic. Okay, against all odds, the Wanderers survive. When the whiteout hits the camp, the Wanderers were ready. Everyone was thankful. We acted fast and gathered enough food in time. The miracle of the sea colony strengthened our hope that our journey will lead us to the promised land. Our elders have added the story to our great tales, alongside warnings about a sinful city that still comes smoke into the sky. We survived. Intro title. Alright, so that was just the taste of it. Chapter 1, Scraping the Barrel. Alright guys, before we start this, I say thanks for joining in. We're going to leave it there for today. Appreciate it as always. But yeah, thank you for joining, and I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.